Okay, so when you're trying to find volume, you need to remember that the formula for volume is length times width times height, and we're going to use that here and incorporate our 6.1 lesson. And we're going to take 4x times x plus 3, so take two of our side lengths, multiply them together, distribute the 4x, we get 4x squared plus 12x. We will then take that product and multiply it by remaining side, so 2x minus 1. Distribute the 4x squared, so we'd have 8x cubed. 4x squared times negative 1 is negative 4x squared. Distribute the 12x, as you can see what we get, and then combine like terms there. So we'd have 8x cubed plus 20x squared minus 12x. Okay, so when you are by grouping, when you're factoring, remember you have to take the greatest common factor out. In this problem, each term has an x, so we can factor an x out. Each term also is each coefficient is also divisible by 2. So we take the 2x out, as you can see here, and then we would have left x squared plus 5x plus 6. Then we factor by grouping. A times c is 6. The factors of 6 that add to 5 are 3 and 2, so that leaves us with 2x parentheses x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 6. And then to factor by grouping, remember we factor our first two terms out, and there's an x we can factor out there, and then we factor the next two terms out, and there's actually a 3 we can factor out of there, leaving us with this expression you see here. And then when we factor, each term has an x plus 2, we factor that out, leaving us with x plus 3. So our factors are 2x, x plus 3, x plus 2. Okay, here we have to write a polynomial in factored form, and when we're given the zeros, we know that when we have to find a 0, we take the factor, set it equal to 0. Well, in this case, we can kind of work backwards. We have x equals 5, so just get it equal to 0, so subtract the 5, leaving you with x minus 5. This would be, so we have x minus 5, x minus 6, and x minus 7 as our factors there. If we had to write it in standard form, distribute all those.